Salutations YouTubers, this is PrezofHP with JRGgamingnetwork, and this will be episode 1 of my random commentary series that I'll be doing on JRG this summer. And I'll usually play this along with Battlefield 3 or Modern Warfare 3, or some other game that I am playing and enjoying at the time, but that's not really what's important right now. It's the commentary what's driving this. I won't focus on the gameplay. And the topic at hand is my review on Barack Obama's first term as President of the United States. With the election coming up in about, 5 months away, and I'll be voting, just to clarify. I will be 18 by the time the election comes around. I'm just going to tell you how I think Barack Obama's first term has gone, and if I'll vote for him, I'll give you that at the end. But first, I'm going to give you a background on my political beliefs. First of all, economically, I mostly identify with Republicans. I believe in lower taxes, less regulation, free trade, all that jazz, less government spending. And you'll probably disagree with that and think, oh, you support corporate control of government, and I'll tell you no, because I don't. I think that corporate control is too high, and then there's too many corporate lobbyists in Washington, which I think most of the Occupy Wall Street people could agree, and I can agree with that. They probably disagree on taxes and whatnot. And so economically, Republican, and socially, I identify mostly with Democrats, that's civil rights, abortion rights, gay marriage, all that jazz going down that way, privacy and whatnot. Your personal liberties, I mostly identify with Democrats, although things like Democratic support of the Patriot Act, which most people don't support now, but Democrats voted for it back in 2001. Stuff like affirmative action I don't agree with. So there's a couple exceptions to that rule, and there's a couple exceptions to the rule with Republicans as well. And then militarily, I'm a non-interventionist, so I don't support the war in Iraq, which is now over, which I'm happy about. And then the war in Afghanistan, I don't really support either. And I think that those wars have overextended themselves. They've gone beyond their purpose of just fighting whatever it was at the time. It was avenging 9/11, but I think it's gone way beyond that now, and we need to stop doing that. And okay, so now I'm going to actually get to the topic, which would be my critique of Barack Obama's first term. So economically, Barack Obama was put in a tough situation. We had like 10–11% unemployment. Of course, we had the recession going on, and no one likes a recession. So he's in a tough spot coming into the presidency, and I think he's handled it pretty well if you're approaching it as like a Keynesian and a Democrat. He's approached it rather well, and he's handled it rather well. I don't see what steps he's taken wrong. If you're a Democrat, he's done all the textbook Democrat kind of economic policies, besides raising taxes and increasing spending too much. But he has increased spending through things like the bailouts, which I don't support, and he has helped in things like decreasing regulation and whatnot. But I'll give him a meh, because right now we're at 8.2% unemployment, and that doesn't even include part-time workers and discouraged workers, so that's an underestimate, and I'll say that he's handled it well, not the best that way he could handle it, but he's done okay, so I'll give him a meh on economic policy. Social policies, I'll give him a thumbs up, and I'll tell you why. Just because of things like repealing Don't Ask, Don't Tell, making sure, trying to improve things like civil liberties, personal liberties for people, and I mean, he stood up for those. He stood up for abortion rights. Don't support the government-mandated health care. I don't support that bill. The Affordable Care Act, I'm not a big proponent of that. But he's done pretty well socially, I'd say, and I disagree with things like his view on medical marijuana. I don't agree with, and his views on gay marriage. You're probably like, oh, you're like coming from the conservative side here. And I'll be like, no, I'm coming from the very, very liberal side here, and thinking that yes, marijuana should be legalized, and so should a lot of other drugs that are currently illegal. But yeah, so Obama's been bad about medicinal marijuana. He's been misbehaving. He said he wouldn't use Justice Department resources to curb medicinal marijuana use on the state level, which he is broken that promise as of now. He's had the most Justice Department intervention in like medicinal marijuana dispensaries and raids and whatnot, and that kind of makes me angry. But nonetheless, that's not something good he's done. And then I don't agree with his gay marriage stance either, because he comes out in gay marriage and he supports it, right? But he's like, oh, states' rights. So I see some controversy and some hypocrisy between his view on states' rights and medicinal marijuana use, which he has no respect for, and his state right view on gay marriage. I think that's a bunch of crap. I almost forgot to mention the NDA, which is a big no-no to someone like me who's a big proponent of personal liberties and whatnot. And I think that was a big mistake on Obama's part, and something that's kind of going to go against his record. And then SOPA, which I think he acted very well about. He said he was going to veto it, something against internet freedom. He realizes that young voters support him, and young voters want internet freedom, and they don't want things like SOPA or PIPA or ACTA going by with no regard to internet freedom. And then moving on to military things. So Obama's had plenty of military use, and you can look at the stats for this, but his use of drone attacks has gone up, and he's ramped up the amount of troops in Afghanistan. And I don't agree with either of those. I know he's trying to set up a timetable for withdrawal, and he's opposed to the idea of invading Afghanistan, and he doesn't support that, but as he gets into power, he's maintaining the kind of Bush policies when it comes to military intervention in the Middle East, and I can't agree with that. He did end the war in Iraq, thumbs up there, but I'm gonna have to give him a thumbs down militarily, because it's not what I was looking for, and I didn't support Obama in the 2008, so I don't know what to expect. I supported McCain, which probably wouldn't be any better militarily, but yeah, I don't think his military record isn't the best. It's still too many neoconservative kind of policies continued on and haven't been disregarded and discontinued. So I'll give him a thumbs down militarily. And so that's a meh economically, thumbs up socially, thumbs down militarily. So when it comes down to that, Barack Obama's an average president, average first term. I'll be voting in 2012 election. Will I vote for Barack Obama? Probably not. So, sorry, but I'm not voting Romney either. So it's not like I probably won't vote for Romney anyway. It depends how Romney portrays himself as a moderate coming into the debates with Obama and coming soon in August and September and October. We'll see how it goes, and that might change my views on Romney, but as it goes right now, neither Obama nor Romney is really appealing to me, and you'll probably be like, if you're gonna vote, who are you voting for? And I'll tell you, I'm voting for Gary Johnson, because he identifies with me militarily, socially, and economically, and that's my best fit. Some of you probably say, oh, third party's dumb, why would you vote third party? And I tell you why vote for the lesser of two evils when there's an option that's no evil. I think that Gary Johnson, even though he has no shot at winning the presidency, I don't want to vote for either Romney nor Obama, because I do not support either of them, or neither of their policies, and that's how it goes. And so Barack Obama, first term, it was decent, not the best, not the worst. Could have gone a lot worse, could have gone a lot better. So I'll give you a meh with a tiny thumb down, because I'm obviously not voting for him. So do I recommend Obama for a second term over Romney? Yeah, but Romney may change, and I'll leave him that. He's an Etch-a-Sketch. So I'll leave him for that, and just comment down below what you think. Who'd you be voting for if you could? I know most of you probably won't be 18, and those who will be, who will you vote for? And if you're 22, tell me who you voted for 2008 if you're going to vote the same party 2012. And that's it. That wraps up episode 1 of Random Commentary Topic. Yeah, JRGgaming Network is going to be a ball, and I'm going to have lots of fun, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks, guys. Peace.